The B26 is almost done. I got all the decals on our baby nose art. I got the mask removed, and I'm waiting for the decals to dry so I can go back in with the airbrush and tone them all down just a little bit. Even the bottom one. And the only thing I got left to do is paint the props and shoot a dull coat on it to tone everything down. One thing, Rod, you will have to do, you'll have to put the nose gun in. That'll be real easy, and I'll show you later on how to do that. The propellers, you will have to lop them off, since I forgot to put them in first, but it shouldn't be a problem. Just take your pair of snips, snip that off, and just glue that on, and it'll be flush, and you'll be good to go. That's where I stand so far on the B26. The B17, and Rod, it's all the same color. I think lights, if you see turn the lights on, looks two-tone. Turn them off, and it's not. I started on the decals on the B17, and we had to change a plan, Rod. The decals you wanted me to use, these are for the aluminum skin B17. The olive drab ones have the yellow markings. So I went ahead and took the old decal sheet, and I changed up the numbers, made a bogus bird, but went with the yellow numbers. I printed out Misfit decal, and I printed on white decal so it stay vibrant. Now, before everyone jumps ugly on me, yes, it is white decal, but waiting that gets all dry and good, and I'll go back in with olive drab with the brush, and I'll just outline the white, keep it all blended in with the whole, shoot it with the airbrush for some weathering, and you'll be good to go. I got a few more decals to add, like kill markings, and then I got to add the paint and add the propeller decals. And Rod, you're in the same boat as I'm in. You forgot to put the pins into, so I don't feel quite as bad. That's where we stand so far on the B17, and I gotta try my darndest to get that wedged in there farther, but I don't want to crack it too much, because if I get it any farther, I'm afraid I'm going to snap it and be more trouble than it's worth. But it's looking good. Then I'll go back in when everything's dry and start toning down the decals, make it blend in with the panel lines. Alright, Mars Attacks. Last time I got the ping pong ball glued on. I did have to sand off the markings. I just glued it on with super glue. Painted the shaft with Tamiya metallic gray and gunmetal mixed. Now I'm going to go back in and do some weathering with the airbrush, get some depth on it. The base is what I use. I started using this basic stuff, basic gray. I got one light coat on there. I'm going to go back in and do a little bit more, and then do a wash, and then go back in with the airbrush and shade everything and paint the corpse, which I started painting flesh tones on. For the head, I did Master's Touch olive green and some flesh. Mix that together for the front of the face, and I took the olive green and some ochre color. I'm going to do the top of his head. Now it's going to be 2 different shades, if you can tell. And then I'm going to go in with washes and some shading highlights, and everything should pop. For the body, I used Master's Touch olive green for the boots, and for the gloves, Tamiya metallic gray for the gun and the chest, or the armor part there, and cadmium red for the tanks. I think that matches the color they use real well. Now, one thing I should have done was the hose right here. It should have been, I should have put that on first, but I wasn't thinking. I had to cut out the hose to make it fit in between his hand and his chest, because I got his arm, because this is where all the wires are at. I got that epoxied in really tight, really close to his chest, so I'll have to go in with a little bit of ABs and resculpt the tube there, but it should be a-okay. But he's taking shape. I'm just getting all the basic colors on, and then I want to go back in with the wash and do some shading and some highlights, and make him pop really good. And I about got the dome sanded down. I just gotta go one more pass, and I can start vacuum forming it. It should be a-okay. That's what I've got going on. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more done today, and I can show you more progress.